you go to bed and you must check your phone, if you wake up in the middle of the night and you can possibly not go back to sleep without having a look at your phone, you cannot open your eyes in the morning without checking your phone, you have some serious introspection that needs to be done to gauge the relationship that you share with the social media and your cell phone. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are someone who has experienced a few symptoms that I mentioned at the start of this video, then you are in the right place, and I'm going to help you navigate your way through this because I found myself in a similar situation a few months ago, and these are a few things that I inculcated that have brought upon a great change in the way I feel and the kind of relationship I share with social media. Step one is to always acknowledge the fact that you have some sort of obsession or addiction going on. A lot of people will spend a major chunk of their time in the day on social media apps, and if you talk to them, they will tell you, or they are living in denial, like how I was, that no, I am not addicted to social media. Yes, you are. If you investigate, if you introspect, if you really look into it, you are going to find a few things that you are really doing on just autopilot. You don't really have to be on the phone, on the app scrolling, and you don't even realize that you are doing that. This is exactly how these apps are built, and this is exactly how this has become a billion-dollar industry, because it really consumes us. It's not for free. You're paying for social media with your time, money, and energy. And one of the biggest things that you can never get back in return is the time that you invest on social media. So until and unless you acknowledge that you have a problem, you will never find a solution. So step one is acknowledgement. Step number two, I digged in deeper and I found out that I was spending most of my time on two social media apps. These are Instagram and WhatsApp. Then the biggest question I had to answer for myself was, why am I spending so much of time on Instagram and WhatsApp? When it comes to Instagram, I realized as a content creator, I want to really stay up to date with the trending things that are going on, and it really becomes a bit hard to catch up with them. And I was spending a lot of time trying to find out reels, trying to save audios. I was not really doing it for entertainment. I was doing it to find the things that are trending and trying to be able to replicate them in respect to really working with my own niche. And that really was time consuming for me, and not just time consuming, I was wasting a lot of my time trying to catch up with trends, which is, let's be real, impossible. I can't always be, up to date with every single trend that flows in every single day on social media like Instagram. It's a tad bit difficult, and I've realized I cannot do it all. So now I have made a good structure around it. I maybe would spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maximum 45 minutes in totality in a day, where I'm spending this amount of time on social media like Instagram to look into reels, audios, save a few audios for my own content, and then recreate them as and when I can. So this really helped me understand why I was spending so much of time on Instagram. Back in the day, I used to be obsessed with different celebrities, watching their life and watching some entertainment stuff, meme pages and all of these things, but I really am not into it anymore. I just don't have that kind of time, and I just don't go to that explore post as much as possible. I'm not saying that I never go there. I go there more often than I'd like, but I'm in a much better place than how I was a few months ago, and this is exactly what has helped me. I just consciously don't let my finger tap on that button which puts me in the explore page, and then it's a snowball effect, and I just don't have any control over my own time, energy, and mind. So that's one of the biggest things that I do. And when it comes to WhatsApp, of course, 100% of my business is established on WhatsApp. I stay connected with my clients, my team members via WhatsApp, so it's very important to me. But WhatsApp is not an addiction. If there is no work and I'm not always, opening my WhatsApp looking for messages, if it's there, I will see it. If I'm opening the phone, if I'm checking my WhatsApp, I'll get back to the messages, but I don't turn on the notifications for any of the app in I just don't have any turn on notifications for anything in my cell phone except a few reminders, and that's about it. So that has really been very helpful to me. Step 3 for me was to make sure that I don't use Instagram after a certain period of time. WhatsApp, I can't put a time limit because my team is awake, we are doing meal plans and we are staying in touch, so I have to be there as long as I am awake. But I really try to make sure that when it comes to Instagram, I am logging out at 7 in the evening and I'm not logging in until it's about 12 hours in the morning. If I am going to log in the morning, the only thing I do is I come there, I post a story, what a beautiful day to be alive, or something inspiring that I could possibly share with my followers, and then I leave. So if I am going to open my phone in the morning, and if I'm just immediately going to get back to messages, DM requests, see the number of likes, comments, and all of these things, it's just a very pathetic start to my day. I don't want to see it, and I don't want to end up comparing myself with other beautiful things that other beautiful people are posting. Not that there is anything wrong with it, but it's just that I am not in that space. I am not in that I'm just not in that space to create or consume that kind of content in the morning. So I just try to be away from it as much as possible. But if I must come online and if I must post, which I do 6 days in a week, I make sure that I'm not really going to explore. I'm not really even exploring what's on my feed. I'm not even seeing the stories that the number of people that I follow have posted. Which brings me to another big structure that I follow on my Instagram. I don't follow people randomly. I will follow a friend if it's needed. I'll follow, I mean, you can go and check my page, it's public. You will see the kind of people I follow, and I really try to stick to my own niche or someone who is like a friend, family, and relative, and that's about it. I don't obsess over celebrities and just things that I think millions and millions of people are after, and I just feel probably they are there because it is so time consuming, and I just try to make sure that I'm never falling into that space, and luckily that has been working out pretty well for me. Step 4 for me, and that I think probably is going to be one of the biggest tips if you can't follow any of them, is try to use your, exploring time on social media while you're walking and not while you're sitting, okay? So as you are doing your steps throughout the day, if you must explore, if you must watch other people, just try to do it as you are standing and scrolling rather than sitting and scrolling, and just see the kind of difference it's going to bring upon, because you're going to be tired. When you are seated, you don't feel tired and you can spend endless amount of time on social media scrolling. But if you're standing, if you're walking, if you're in that different zone, you are going to observe a significant decrease in the amount of time you can spend on social media, and this is one of the most game-changing tips. And last but not the least, having a structure around social media is very important. If everything in life that you do is going to be aimless, baseless, if you don't have any intention, you're going to be lost. You never know what the destination is if you don't look enough for it. So you have to make sure that you're spending some time into deciding, why am I here? What exactly am I seeking? What exactly am I receiving? How exactly is this helping me? How exactly is this ruining me? You have to answer these deep questions to find a solution to this, and you have to find a better way to procure information rather than just being on social media. It's a great place to know about health, food, nutrition. At least that's my niche, that's what I try to stick to. But if you're constantly going to be on pages of celebrities and what someone is wearing and what someone is eating and where did someone travel, who is in Maldives, who's in the Europe, US, and all of these things, I'm not sure. It's just going to be so time consuming. And if that's your thing, and if that makes you the happiest person in the world, go ahead and do it. No judgments here. But at least for me, that's one of the most time-wrecking things that I can do to myself, and I really try to stay away from it as much as possible. It is always to be remembered that these apps are really made to make us go insane. They really make us go and work on autopilot. You don't even know you are using, you're using that app, or you just opened your phone, you unlocked it, and you immediately tap on that app. You don't even know it. You don't even know why are you opening it. You just open it, you are there. 2 hours have, sort of flown by, and now you realized, oh my God, what am I doing here? I had to do something else as well. And this is exactly how your brain is making neural connections that makes it addicted. And the hormonal shifts that takes place in the body, I'm not even getting into it this video, but you have to understand that with every single minute that you spend on social media, without acknowledging what you are doing there, you are an inch closer to addiction and obsession, and it's going to be very difficult for you to come off of it. One of the biggest digital detoxes I do is, I think a lot of people don't use social media for 7 days in 1 year and they call it a detox. I mean, it's great if it works for you, but what about all of the other weeks in that year that you were spending on there, making those neural connections, strengthening those neural connections in your brain, and you were getting more addicted to that one thing, which makes it harder for you to not use it for 7 days. So it's very important. I have a simple rule. We have holidays on Mondays at my company, and that's exactly the days where I don't use social media. at least 99% of the times. If I'm traveling, if I'm in a different country, if I want to post about food, and if I know that my stories are going to be helpful, the ones that I'm going to be posting today, I make sure that I come online on Monday. But most of the times, it's very, very rare that I would be online on Monday. Most of the times, I'm just off that app, even though I will accept that I do come on Instagram on Monday to make a few reels, because I have to create that content. I am a content creator. That is exactly how I am able to reach more people. But I try to do it very, very mindfully, and I never make the horrifying mistake of clicking on that explore post and then just driving myself crazy. I would rather listen to a podcast. I would rather listen to music. I would rather be on YouTube. YouTube shorts are equally addictive. Thank God I am not into it. And if you are, you have to realize that it's a problem and you have to stop somewhere. So I really, really hope that these tips help you. Trust me, if you're watching this, you have some sort of, relationship issues going on with the kind of relationship you share with social media, and you must look into this before it's too late. Thank you so much for being here. I will talk to you soon. Bye.